So now we come to the lower half of Little Blue Riding Hood's body. You can see that the top half is now gone. It sort of looks like a bad movie. But the bottom half needs to be removed. And there's a number of different techniques that we can choose. But the first thing I want you to notice is, here's the legs that we want to remove, is that if I just randomly grab this snow out here, it doesn't have the same shadow effect. It doesn't have the same shading. And it doesn't necessarily have the same detail as where all the people are standing. You can see that the snow has sort of been pushed or kicked out of the way. There's a number of little grassy spots. And so that's what we want to do. We don't just want to add this white area. We want to add some richness and texture here. Now you'll notice there's also background starting behind her knees area here. So I'm only going to focus on this area and below right now. Just want to take out her shoes and maybe their higher boots, just that area right here. In order to do that, I'm going to go back to my clone tool. And again, before you get going, notice that where our opacity was set really low here. I'm going to drag that up to 100 again so it's full. And my brush size of 20 is a good size to start out with. Again, here are the legs that I want to get rid of. And I'm going to choose to use this snow over here. Now, if you're choosing snow, I highly recommend that you start on a dirt clump or some obvious landmark, if you will. And when you control click on it, again, the sniper hairs will be left behind when you leave. But you're then going to very obviously put that dirt clump where you want it to go. And I can very clearly see as I'm clicking and dragging that yes, indeed, it is copying what I want to copy here. Now again, if I go too far, I start getting that leg of the other guy there, which is really weird. I don't really want his leg showing up over here, so I'll fix that later. And I've gone a bit too high already. You saw I only wanted to go this high. And because I did that all as one long click and drag, when I do Control Z, the whole thing disappears. So now I have to start back over again. All right, here we go. Fixing around there. Oh, I think I got a bit of that guy's shoe again, so I'll have to fight through that later. I don't want to get any more of that trench coat there. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab that part right there. Okay. So there's two advantages to this. Number one, I still have some shadow from the other people standing there. But number two, instead of the darkness of her shadow there, she's now gone. So it's actually nice light snow behind her. Another alternative is instead of grabbing this snow here, you can take a look at this little trail that's going here. And I've had one or two students who noticed that this trail sort of goes off at an angle. And so instead of choosing that one, they chose this one, control click here. And then they want that line to continue. So they control clicked right on the line. So there's the crosshairs. And then when they click and drag up here, it'll look as if the line just continued along. Okay. Now the difficulty here is trying to match these two groups of snow. And so in order to do that, I'm just going to match them by cheating again with my opacity. I'm going to take some darker snow here and just sort of put it in there just as an overlay. And now sort of ish it matches. So her boots are gone. And I can control click again here and maybe take away, looks like some boots or something in the background from before. Okay.